Hey everyone, Jordan here from ThatCarLife, and today we're going to be talking about my future plans for my S15 behind me, my SSS Pulsar in front of me, and at the same time we're going to do a Q&A for 2,000 subscribers. Guys, so a lot of these questions are actually already related to the plans for both cars, but I'm going to answer them anyway, and then after I'll just go more in depth into exactly what my plans are. Alright guys, and I'm so sorry for not uploading the past couple of weeks. I'll let you know what I did get up to in the past couple of weeks if you want a quick recap. Guys, so big shout out to Nathan, otherwise known as Paykin on YouTube. I'll put all of his stuff in the description and right here as well. You guys got to check him out. He's a fellow S15 YouTuber from Melbourne. He has a grey S15 as well. His is on a whole different level compared to mine, and it's absolute goals. He actually came to Sydney recently and we met up, hung out, went to the drag strip, and it was a whole lot of fun. I'll put some photos and some videos up here as well. Absolute top bloke. Nathan, it was amazing to meet you and awesome to hang out with you as well, and yeah, can't wait to see you again, man. I hope you had a good time in Sydney. And I'll say it again, if you guys haven't subscribed to his channel already, please make sure you do. He's got some amazing content. The link will be in the description below, and yeah, show him some love, he deserves it. Alright, and last weekend I actually went drifting with my friend Hass, with Dadass S15. I'll put his stuff in the description as well. He's an absolutely awesome driver. We went to the wet skid pan, and yeah, he absolutely killed it. I did bring my GoPro and got a few little clips. I didn't film a proper video unfortunately, but I'll show you guys some of the clips that I did get. Whole lot of fun. He even scared the crap out of ThatCarLife support, which I'll show you guys too. And yeah, it was a whole lot of fun. And don't worry guys, the S15 is going to go drifting very soon as well. I'll fill you guys in later in the video. But yeah, thank you again Hass for taking us in your S15. It was a whole lot of fun. Can't wait to go drifting beside you with this thing. Right, so the first question is from O2 Tech. He asks, after the S15, do you have another car in mind? Thanks for the question, man. So when it comes to the S15, I don't really think I'm ever going to sell this car. Now, that's something that a lot of people say, but don't actually go ahead with or do that, or if they may end up selling it. But with this car, I literally don't think I will ever sell it. It's literally been my dream car since I was 13 years old, and it's pretty much just been a life goal of mine to get an S15 and to own an S15. And now that I finally have an S15, I just can't see myself ever letting go of it. I mean, technically I probably will have other cars, you know, while having the S15. For example, I had the Lancer, got the SSS Pulsar, you know, all these other cars that I've had separately, but no matter what, this thing's not going to go anywhere. This thing's staying right here. Alright guys, so I have a couple of similar questions here which I'm going to answer both of them. So first one is from Malek Quicksilver 007, who asks, are you going to host a car meet / cruise for subscribers? And I also have a question from JDM Street Machines, who asks, when you hosting a meet? Alright, thank you for your questions guys. So yeah, look, a meet and cruise or you know, ThatCarLife meet is something that I've been planning or wanting to do for a very long time. I originally wanted to plan that meet for 1,000 subscribers. In one of my first Q&As, I'll link it up here, I did mention that I wanted to do that, but that was pretty much when COVID was a really big thing, and you know, it kind of ruined the 1,000 subscribers meet from happening. And since then, you know, I have definitely been thinking about it, especially since we hit 2,000 subscribers. If you guys want to have a ThatCarLife car meet or ThatCarLife meet and cruise or something like that, let me know in the comments down below. If a lot of you guys are interested, I'll definitely put one together, and I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun and a great video too. Alright guys, so the next question is from Philip, who has actually been in one of the videos before. I'll chuck it up here. He has a cheeky little feature in there with his Barina, which is so clean. If you guys want to check that out. Philip asks, are you looking at turbocharging the N15 soon? Alright guys, so turbocharging the N15 Pulsar is definitely something that's on the cards and something that I would definitely love to do one day. These things have a lot of potential. I mean, as you guys know, it has an SR20, same engine as what's in the S15, which is crazy. You know, look, don't get me wrong, right now it's not that fast, but for what it is, it's pretty fun and pretty quick, and yeah, you honestly can't go wrong for the money. And these things turboed are on a whole different level. I don't know if you guys have seen any videos of these things turboed or SSS Pulsars turbo, but these things are off their heads, and you know, it really does make a big difference and it transforms the entire car. So look, to answer the question, yeah, I would love to turbo this thing one day, and I think I will, but when that's going to happen, that's going to depend on when this thing gets finished. And you know, I am going to talk about what plans I do have for this thing, and you know, why turboing this will wait. But yeah, I've got a lot of really awesome things in line for the Silvia and planned for the Silvia. So yeah, 100% I would love to turbo this car one day, and I think I definitely will. When that's going to happen, that's definitely just going to have to be a matter of time. Alright guys, so I'm probably going to get stuck back here, but nonetheless, we'll get into the question. This question's from Miriam_Kanji. Sorry if I said your name wrong. Their question is, would you buy an S14 to go with your S15? Yeah, I would love to have an S14 and an S15. I think that would be awesome. I think I'll need to win the lotto to be able to do that. But one day, if I have the money, if I'm able to do it, 100%, I'd love to have an S14 and S15, especially a Kuki. Yeah, I love those. I don't know if you guys remember the last Q&A, but I got stuck in here trying to get out when I did this last time. And I think I'm stuck in here again. Oh God. Remind me not to do this again. Alright guys, so the next question I have is from George, and he asks, what power mods are you planning on doing, and what's the mod list as well? Alright, so I'll start off with what's actually done to the S15. So the S15, I've had it for about 4 years, and look, power wise, it hasn't really changed that much, but over the past 4 years of my ownership, I've put on an aftermarket manifold. It's got a metal intake pipe, a pod filter which came with the car when I bought it. It's got a full Just Strap front mount intercooler piping kit, and the front mount intercooler I got off of my cousin. So that's just chilling there. I should also mention it has a blocked off blow valve with a JK Tech blow valve blocker. All of that makes the S15 dose really hard and sound really good, which is awesome. I've also got a Turbo Smart boost controller, which is right here, and this came with the car when I bought it. And yeah, I'm currently running about 15 PSI. I've been running 15 PSI for about 2 years straight. I've had 0 issues and the car loves it. And I've also got a stainless dump pipe, downpipe, and exhaust at the same time, which I'll link it up here if you guys want to see when I did that. There's a bit of an update on the dump pipe and downpipe, which I'll fill you guys in just a bit. But yeah, overall, that's pretty much what's done to the car mod list wise already when it comes to the engine bay. All right, so the mods that I want to do to this thing, I actually already have some injectors and a fuel pump. I have them both already, and I'm literally just waiting to put them on the car. It does need a tune eventually, so when I do get a tune, I'm planning on just chucking in the injectors and the fuel pump just to help give it a bit more power. And yeah, so when it does have a tune, it'll run even better and go a little bit harder as well. So my initial plans is just, yeah, to do a tune, an ECU, injectors, fuel pump, have a bit more power, make it run a bit more reliably and safer, which is always a plus. All right guys, and future plans for the engine, as I said, I want to do the injectors, fuel pump, and a tune. But after that, I do want to do a bigger turbo, run 885, and maybe a bit of head work as well. But that's definitely further down the track. I think I want to focus on the outside of the car first. But yeah, for the engine mods, that's definitely going to be what I want to do. All right guys, so the next question is from ThatCarLife support saying, why do you love your car more than me? No comment. No, I'm just joking. And ThatCarLife support, aka 01KDM, has also asked, are you sad that you got chopped by NATV? So if you guys don't already know, I actually got chopped by ThatCarLife support's Tibby, aka 01KDM. If you want to follow the Tibby build and see what she does to it, I'll link her Instagram down here, 01KDM with an extra M. Make sure you follow it. She's been doing some awesome stuff to it. But yeah, anyway, this is a true story, guys. We're going up a hill. It was me in the S15 and ThatCarLife support in the Tiburon next to me. We're going up a hill, neck and neck, lined up right next to each other, and I was flat-footing it in second gear up a hill. So was she, and she was actually pulling away in the Tiburon. I'm not joking. The Tiburons just have so much torque and instant torque that it literally was pulling ahead of the S15. So it makes me kind of want to tune this thing even sooner. But yeah, honestly, those Tiburons are hella underrated. They're really quick, and sound amazing. So yeah, you gotta love it. So if you want to see some Tiburon content, here's some links to them up here. Alright guys, so the next question is from Nisa, who asks, when are you joining the Honda gang again? That's a tongue twister. Honda gang again. Honda gang again. Okay. Alright, so I would absolutely love to get back into another Honda. You guys may not know, but I'm a Honda boy at heart. I've grown up with Hondas my whole life. My first car was a DC2 VTIR Integra. I love that thing more than anything in the world. So if you guys want to see the story of how I got that car at 15 years old on my L's, and how I even convinced my parents to let me get a car at that age, I go pretty in depth into that, and I show the full history and all the things I did with that car. If you want to check that out, click the link up here. So I've always loved Hondas. As I said, I've had my DC2, and at one stage I even had an EG Honda Civic, which I'll put some photos and maybe some clips of it up here as well. This thing was off its head. It was a 95 EG Civic, SR3 Recaros in the car. It had a DC2 Type R engine swap in it, so it had a B18 C7, had an S80 LSD gearbox, had a Honda ECU. It was tuned with launch control, making like 123 or so kilowatts. It was literally off its head.
That is not.
And I've got to say, that car was probably one of the quickest and most fun cars I've ever had and ever driven. And yeah, it was a whole lot of fun. I only had it for a few months, and look, I actually never filmed that car for the channel. In that period of my life and in that period of time, I didn't really have much motivation for YouTube, so that's pretty much the only car I've owned that I actually haven't filmed for YouTube. So which is unfortunate. But if you guys want maybe a story video on that car and want to see like a history and what happened with that car, let me know down below. You know, I can tell you how much I got it for back in the day, and yeah, all my crazy experiences with that. But yeah, as you guys can see from those videos and the photos, it was such a clean car, so fun, and yeah, it was absolutely amazing. But I'm getting sidetracked from the question. To answer the question, yes, I would love to get back into a Honda, but with the prices the way they are right now, I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. All right, so the next one is from Sarah, who says, loving the new Pulsar. Thank you so much. I'm glad you love it. I love it as well. All right, so the next ones are from Adrian. They asked a couple questions, which I'll get into. So the first one is, as someone who is 19 and is trying to save for an S15, do you have any advice? Which is a great question, thank you. And also, what are some things and tips to look for when buying an S15? Should I bring a mechanic, for an example? All right, so there's a really good questions. I'll start with trying to save for an S15 at 19 years old. Now, I think I was around 19-ish or so when I bought this car, but keep in mind, that was like 4 years ago. I think it was like 2018. And the prices for these S15s back then were nowhere near what they were today. So back then, it was a lot easier for someone to save for this car, especially as a 19-year-old. All right, so back when I did buy this S15 a few years ago, and when it was 17 grand, even then it was difficult to save for this thing, I'm gonna be honest. I think I was around 20 or so years old. I was a uni student, working in retail, broke as hell, saving everything I could to try and get one of these things. And even back then, when the prices were 17 grand, it was still such a difficult thing to do. I was lucky enough to have my parents help me out, and we went Harvey's on the S15, and I just paid them back over the years, and that was how I was actually able to get the S15, you know. And I was at uni and working retail as well, you know. Back then I thought 17 grand was expensive for this thing, you know, and it was hard for me to save for. So that was honestly how I got the S15. I've got to thank my parents for that. But in regards to saving for one of these things as a 19-year-old nowadays, honestly, I can't answer that for you. I never experienced it myself, and especially with these things being the prices they are, I'm not really sure how you're gonna have to do it. All right, so when it comes to buying an S15 and having a look at an S15 and whether or not you should bring a mechanic, yes, I highly recommend bringing a mechanic or someone to inspect the car for you, who actually knows what they're looking at and what they're talking about. So when I bought the car, I did get it inspected, and it came with a report that literally told me every single issue that this thing had. Even the tiniest things I knew about before I bought it. You could use that in negotiation, which I did, and plus it meant when I bought the car, I knew what I was getting into, and I knew every little problem it has and what it needed to get fixed, instead of just buying it hoping for the best, and you never really know. Another solid example of why you should get it looked at is because you guys may not know, but this wasn't the first S15 I looked at. I actually looked at another black S15 before this, and same thing. Personally, I test drove it, I saw it, I loved the car. I think he wanted 18 grand for it back in the day. It was a pretty clean black S15. It was a spec S, I believe, and I loved it. I test drove, I thought this is so cool, I loved it. But you know what, I got it inspected anyway, and when we got the report back, turns out it needed a lot more work than I thought it did. And you know, it was thousands of dollars worth of stuff. Like, it was minor things, don't get me wrong, mainly cosmetic, and you know, a few things were leaking around the car, but which could easily get fixed, but it was just a lot more money, a few more grand. So you know, I would be buying that car for 18 but putting 4 grand into it to, you know, make it perfect again. So you know, you got to take that into consideration. I didn't buy the car because of that, and I ended up finding this thing, getting this inspected, and I bought it for 17 grand, and that was it. I didn't have to fix it or do anything else crazy to it. And to get it inspected, it was only like a few $100s. So think about it this way, you're spending a few $100s to get it inspected, so you save thousands of dollars later on. Definitely get a mechanic or vehicle inspection company to go out and have a look at it. You won't regret it. All right, so the next question is from RJ Hay. Sorry if I said that name wrong, but he asked, what's next for the S15 build? All right guys, so when it comes to the S15 build, there has been some things that I haven't been telling you. I've been keeping it on the down low for, I'd say, over a year now, in regards to what my next plans are for this thing. And you guys may have seen on Instagram and on YouTube, I've hinted, you know, things are coming. I can't wait to see changes for it, whatever. And you know, it's been a long time, but finally, after about a year of getting all these parts together, getting things painted, getting parts ready, I think it's finally ready to happen very, very soon. And I think I'll let you guys in, you know, to what's going to happen, just to see if you guys are keen, and as keen as and excited as I am for the mods. All right guys, so what I have next for the S15 is all going to be exterior at the moment. So what I have planned is I have a Vertex front bar that ThatCarLife support got me for Christmas, which I'm very grateful for, thank you. I'll put a photo of it up here. So she got me that white Vertex front bar for Christmas, and I've had that literally since December last year, just sitting there. As you can see in the photos, it's pretty good. It's in pretty good condition. There's a few little blemishes and cracks and stuff here and there that do need to be fixed, but I do have that Vertex bar ready to go on. So what's going to happen is the Vertex bar is going to go on the front. It's going to have no mesh, so you're going to see the raw intercooler piping in the intercooler, and I'm going to have the number plate side mounted on the side, which is going to look cracker. And at the same time, you can also see my headlights are a bit, how you going, they're a bit foggy. I'm going to get these resanded and clear coated, so they're going to be nice and bright and perfect again. All right, so for the rest of the car, I've got some more things planned. So for the front, we've got the Vertex bar and the headlights taken care of. Going down the rest of the car, I'm planning on getting some Flow Designs side skirt extensions and rear pod extensions, and I'm going to get those painted and color matched to the car, so they're going to be pewter gray as well. The reason I'm going for Flow Designs is because I feel like everyone does JSI, and I want to do something a bit different. So I'll put some photos up here of what Flow Designs looks like, and as you can see, it's just a little bit different, and I feel like those color match will make such a big difference, and it's going to match the flow of the car, because the Vertex front bar is going to sit a little bit lower than the side skirts and the rest of the car. So without the side skirt extensions and the rear pod extensions, it's going to look a little bit off. So, you know, we'll have the Vertex bar and the nice color match extensions to match it, so the whole bottom body line of the car should just flow all the way up. So I don't know if you guys remember my roof spoiler that I've got sitting up here. That was painted by Daske Customs, and I featured it in my YouTube video. I'll link up here. And yeah, Daske is an absolutely awesome painter, an amazing guy, and he actually just got a new shop recently, so congratulations on the new shop, man. You really deserve it. I'll put all of his stuff in the description and link it up here as well. Show him some love. If you guys need parts painted or anything like that, hit up Daske. And speaking of which, at the same time I got my roof spoiler painted, which was a year and a bit, or yeah, last year, I actually also got a rear spoiler painted for the car as well, which I've had sitting in storage for such a long time, but it's been waiting for the right moment to go on the car. And if you're wondering what spoiler I got for the S15, I didn't actually get a GT wing like most S15s get. Once again, I wanted to go for something a bit different, and I actually picked up, I'll put a picture of it here, a 326 replica wing, which Daske painted, and he's an absolute legend, did a great job on it. And it's still currently painted, just not on the car, and it's waiting to go on. So it's gonna have the hectic 326 wing coming out and around the side, and the side skirt extensions and stuff should help, you know, line it up, because the extensions are going to come out and it's going to kind of match up where the 326 wing comes out as well. And at the same time, there's more. I'm going to be doing a reflector delete on the rear bar, along with fixing that hole in the rear bumper there, which I don't know if you guys remember these blast pipes a few years ago. I hit a pothole, it bumped up, and it set my exhaust flying through my bumper. I'll put a video of it up here if you guys want to see how I fixed that. It was pretty funny, but yeah, that's pretty much my plans for the rear of the car. Now, on video and on camera, cars always look a lot better than what they do in person, and there's always imperfections in person that you can't see, which I'm going to tell you guys about as well. So this car has some paint fade here along the side. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it does have a bit of paint fade along this quarter panel, which I do want to get repainted as well. So yeah, I want to get this paint fade repainted. There's a few little rust specks around the car. Like, I don't know if you can see on the roof. You can see in the roof, there's a little bit of a rust spot there, a tiny little dot over here, and that's really it for rust spots that I can see. But there's a few tiny little dots that I want to get taken care of. But worst of all, I don't know if you guys remember, in 2018, there was a big hailstorm in Sydney, and it was actually a few months after I bought the S15, and I was at work. I had no idea it was hailing, and the car copped some hail damage that day, and it still hasn't been fixed to this day. I don't know if you guys can see it. They're pretty small. You can't really see on camera or in photos, but I don't know if you can tell. It's copped around 20, maybe 20 or 30 or so hail dents all over the car. You might be able to see it sometimes in the videos or on video. I don't know if you can tell, it does have a bit of hail dent. So I'm also going to be getting paintless dent removal on the S15 to get rid of all the hail dents around the car and bring it back to, you know, its heyday. Bring this car back to how it was meant to look. So that is my plans for the S15, and hopefully all of these things can happen very soon in the next couple of months. Obviously, I've been saving for a very, very long time, because I just told you guys everything that needs to be done, and you guys know it's not going to be cheap. It's going to be pretty costly, and you know, it needed a lot of saving. So I've been saving up for over a year to get all of this stuff done, but the S15 deserves it. You know, I've had it for 4 years, and I've been through so much with this car, and I think it's about time that the S15 gets the love it deserves and gets a transformation around the whole body, getting this thing looking exactly how it should, and pretty much become my dream looking S15. And it's going to be something different, you know. And if you guys can recommend me any body shops that can do PDR and paint work and all the work that I mentioned I want to do, let me know some recommendations down below. So far I'm thinking of going to Totally Smash Repairs in Bankstown, but if there's anywhere else, let me know down below. If you guys recommend anyone, I'll really appreciate it. But yeah, the S15's got some crazy stuff happening, and I can't wait to show you guys. And because I have all of that really expensive, massive stuff happening to the S15, the Pulsar mods are gonna, you know, kind of sit for a while, but this thing's pretty much perfect the way it is, you know. But yeah, I'm pretty lucky that this thing came with some pretty cool mods already. It's already been lowered, it already has an exhaust, it already has a sound system and tinted windows and things like that, and all these other little Pulsar mods like the indicators, the grill as well. So it already looks really cool. The only thing I've really done to it is I've put these aftermarket plates on it. I don't know if you guys can tell, it's got 099 SSS on the plates, which I thought was a neat touch. I thought the plates needed a bit of personalization. So yeah, bear with the car. I know she's really dirty, but yeah, we've got 099 SSS as the plates, which I think makes a big difference. Oh yeah, and quick plug to the stickers, guys. We've just restocked in the large ThatCarLife decals. So if you guys want to show some support to the channel, I'll link it down below. If you want to head to the store and grab a ThatCarLife decal, we've got small and large. This is a large one here, and adds a really nice touch to your car. And yeah, it'll show some massive support to the channel. So if you guys want to cop a sticker, yeah, link will be down below. All right guys, so I'll leave the video there. I really hope you enjoyed the Q&A, and I just want to say another big thank you to all of you for 2,000 subscribers. I appreciate it so much. I can't believe I've hit that milestone on my channel. It means a lot to me, and all of you guys mean a lot to me as well. And yeah, I absolutely love meeting you guys when I see you out in public. It honestly makes my day, and yeah, I love all the support that you guys have shown, and yeah, I just really appreciate all of you so much. Alright guys, so I'll leave it there. I really hope you enjoyed, and if you did, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all of that for more, and I'll see you guys next time on ThatCarLife.